I really want to make something today, but I'm yet to figure out what that really is. We are currently in search of inspiration. Today, I picked up some William Ernest Henley. I'm not wildly familiar with his poetry, but that which I've read I have enjoyed. And while I enjoyed my read today, admittedly the inspiration didn't strike in the book. It actually struck as I picked up my phone, opened Instagram, and did a little scroll that I was admittedly attempting to avoid. So, from here, I'm going to try to take that newly sparked inspiration and turn it into a painting. Though, interestingly enough, the photo in which we found was actually taken by a fellow artist, Cindy Barley, and not only do I credit her for the fantastic photo, but also for essentially being my mentor during my formative years as an artist. I very much enjoyed creating, making videos, doing all of these things, but she was the one who really took me by the hand and showed me how to take my passion and turn it into what I now get to do for a living. This is all to say that sometimes the greatest of inspirations come in the form of the incredible people that we surround ourselves with. Now, speaking of the actual art, I am attempting to do quite a lot of the painting while the inspiration is fresh. I very much believe that if one can act with volition once inspired, they have the best opportunity to render something which is truly them, to interject their emotion, their appreciations, and really the deeper pieces of themselves. That's essentially what the goal is here today, to take that emotion, that self, that gorgeous photo, and amalgamate them and translate them into something new and perhaps something that can also maybe inspire somebody else. So, 3 hours later, and we do have a fairly complete painting. I say fairly because I feel like 1 to 2 days later, I always want to go back and add a little bit more, but I do think that speaks to the fact that once you get started, the process itself will inspire more inspiration and creation. So just get started. Off for a little adventure. As a full-time artist, it can be easy to essentially stay inside all day and go on the computer, look for inspiration on the phone, really live a more sedentary lifestyle. But I found, especially living here in Toronto, that there really is great value in taking those steps outside, looking for inspiration elsewhere. There is always so much going on in a city like this. It's so eclectic, it's such a melting pot. And I think if you just take those steps and you open your eyes, there's a lot of inspiration to be found. I admittedly just moved to Toronto about a year and a half ago, and it very much feels like home. However, I also feel like every time I step out, I experience something new, I see something new. It's always an exploratory event, and I love that. I think that's a real testament to Toronto. That said, we actually are going to head right back out. There is an art exhibit tonight, and an artist that's showing, her name is Dahlia. I'll show you her Instagram. There are 2 other artists, though admittedly, I am just going to see Dahlia's work here. I've been following her on Instagram for a number of years, and I love her work. It has a lot of gold leaf and oil and mixed media. There's charcoal. Personally, I've also played with gold leaf. It's not easy, so I have a real reverence for what she does. And I think just watching her progress through this, I've also really learned a lot myself as an artist. So I'm excited to see it in person. Never done that before, and I think it'll be a lot of fun. We're also being joined by Kevin and Dorian. Love those guys. Should be a good night. Drive safe.
I'm establishing.
Update, we are off to the gallery. Unsurprisingly, the artwork was brilliant. As noted, I've been viewing it for years online, but actually being able to have that tangible interaction, seeing all of the brushstrokes, the textures, the palettes, all of the minute details, it was such a motivating experience. And I had the opportunity to meet Dahlia. She offered so many wonderful ideas, insights, and this real deep dive into her truly unique process with gold leaf, mixed media, and really all of that. Hopefully, this acts as a friendly reminder that stepping out of your home, your space, looking for not only inspiration, but other creative minds, it can have such an impact on you, your artwork, all of it. So take those steps, find those creative, inspiring people, and really do just try to keep an open mind, open eyes to all of the potential that's out there. Because especially in a city like this, it really can be endless.